Hi everybody, it's new restaurant day. We're gonna chat a little bit about Libelulas, which means Firefly in Spanish. It's also known as Lula's at the Crest. So if you're interested in new restaurants in the Fresno area, keep watching. Okay, so let's chat for a minute. I didn't get that much video when I went to the actual restaurant the other day because it was Chef Ian's birthday, who also happens to be the co-owner, and his family was there. It was towards the end of their operating hours, and I really just felt like I shouldn't bust out with my camera and start asking a bunch of questions and walking around the place because I know that they were wanting to celebrate his 40th birthday. So shout out to him. Happy 40th belated birthday, Chef Ian. So aside from that, I did have the pictures, obviously, that you got to watch. And I just wanted to talk a little bit about the place because I think that it's well worth driving downtown, especially if you don't normally go down there. It's really worth it to go and try his new place out. He's a very well-seasoned chef, and as far as I know, he still is the brains behind the kitchen at the Vineyard in Madera. So if you have not been to that restaurant as well, I highly suggest you go. It's right off the 99. It's a staple in Madera, and it's really good food. So side note, but anyway, back to Libelula's. We walked in. It's very quirky. It is by no means a fancy restaurant by the typical terms. There's really not a lot I can compare it to. I probably would say maybe Benediction, but I liked the seating a lot better at Libelula's. The seating was a little more comfortable. They have a total of 10 tables. I believe 4 of them were booths, and the other 6 were tables that would seat different numbers of people depending on the party size. So I highly suggest that if you are going to bring a big party in, that you call ahead and see if they can accommodate you when you want to go. It's pretty easy to find. The address is, let me read it because I forget all the time, 1154 Broadway Plaza. So like I said, it's literally on the corner stuck into the building of the Crest Theatre itself. So it's about a block off of Fulton Street. And there was a few parking spots right outside of the restaurant itself, but we parked around the corner. Now remember, Downtown Fresno has metered parking often, but there is a larger parking lot across the street which is gated. I saw a price that said $5 per car, but thankfully we went on a day where we didn't have to pay for anything and we managed to find a pretty good parking spot. So that's something to be aware of if you're going to go downtown. Back to the restaurant though. We tried a couple of different things. 2 of my family members got their half-pound beef patty burgers. They were huge. They were wonderful. I think they were on some type of a brioche bun, and all of the vegetables were very fresh on there. The meat was probably one of the best tasting patties I've had in Fresno. I did have to steal a bite and try it. And both of the burgers came with tater tots. Now, my husband and I decided to split sandwiches so that we could try a little bit more on the menu. I don't want to get the names wrong, so I have a menu in front of me. We tried the Sriracha maple chicken sandwich, and it was a buttermilk crusted, deep fried piece of chicken. It was really tender though and soft, and I really enjoyed it. This was actually our favorite meal of the day. It comes with Sriracha maple sauce and killer kimchi, they say. It was really good. It was on a toasted roll, but it actually softened up so nothing was too crunchy in your mouth. Ours came with not kimchi, but tater tots as well on the side. The other thing we ordered was the, where is it? The Cajun Cristo. Now this one threw me for a little bit of a loop because I'm used to Cristos coming with a bread that has sort of had an egg wash and kind of been fried in itself. They didn't come like that though, so don't expect that. It was definitely on a bun, and it had a Cajun sausage, and it also comes with bacon, sauteed onions, melted habanero jack cheese, and it has a raspberry Melba sauce on it. It was super tasty. If you're into Cajun and if you're into sausage, you'll really enjoy this sandwich as well. And we just got the side that it comes with, so everybody got tater tots. The last thing that we ordered to go, and definitely this is a tip for you, was a big ass cinnamon roll. Now, my husband didn't realize how big they were, so he said, let's take 2 and go home with them and eat them later. They're $10 each, but once you get one, you realize why. I think you saw the pictures. They are literally about a 7-inch by 7-inch cinnamon roll, and I would say at least 3 inches high. They fill up an entire entree-sized plastic to-go container, and they feel like they weigh about 2 pounds. Then they're covered in a homemade cardamom, what I would say I think is a cream cheese frosting. But again, let me reiterate, cardamom is inside this frosting. So be forewarned, this is not your typical cream cheese frosting. It's very flavorful. They are wonderful cinnamon rolls, but if you are unfamiliar with the cardamom flavor, make sure it's something you like ahead of time before you order this cinnamon roll. Now, back to the size. Easily, you can get about 5 cinnamon rolls, huge sized cinnamon rolls, out of one of theirs. So a $10 cinnamon roll is well worth it. If you're too full when you go after you eat your regular meal, make sure you take one of those to go, and they make the perfect breakfast the next morning or dessert late at night, whatever you're into on that spectrum. I also had one of their specialty teas of the day. They happen to have watermelon, which was one of my favorite drinks anyway. And it actually tasted a lot more like an agua fresca. So it was really truly a watermelon color. They serve them in the nice, what I call kind of clear glass, almost like a beer, like a pint glass. And it tasted not too sweet, but pretty much just perfect for me. I really enjoyed it. I liked the watermelon drink. I believe they also had Pepsi products to drink. Excuse me, no, Coke products to drink. And a few other options, I think, as well. Again, really well worth it. They are open from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. Monday through Saturday. They are closed on Sundays. And again, 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. So what they say is that they have a brunch menu. Many of the items are sandwich style, of course the burger as well, but they have a beautiful goat cheese strawberry French toast. They have a vegan eel dish that they make as well. And he's gotten a lot of really good media coverage. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to link some of the media coverage that has happened for them already. And I just saw them on, I think it's called Great Day with Kopi, and he actually listed his recipe for the French toast so that you can try to make it at home for those of my fans that are watching from out of town. So make sure you look at my description box. I will link their address, their hours, their phone number as well. And then I'm going to link some of the media coverage that they've gotten. And if I can find the link to a few of their recipes that I know that they have publicly listed, I'll put those below as well. Again, make sure that you go down there, check them out one of these days. This summer is a great time to go down there. Maybe you kind of get up late, decide to have a late breakfast one day. But just remember, they're closed on Sundays. Libelula, we love you. We're glad you're here in Fresno, and we hope you do really well.